Oh my God, you are going to be facing such an important stage of your life, my gorgeous Scorpio, indeed. Because at the beginning of this week, and I'm talking about the week in between the 30th of November and the 6th of December 2022, at the beginning of this week, you are going to become aware of this rather delicious but quite surprising opportunity. This opportunity that you are going to become aware of, it's almost immediately going to make you aware of exactly what do you need to do at this stage in your life. But even more so, this opportunity is going to make you aware of exactly how to transform one particular goal and idea into reality. You know how you can do this because it's part of your spiritual journey, it's part of your soul purpose, so you're really good at it. It's to do with your passion and it's to do with a skillful action, but at the same time you are immediately going to become a rather confident about your power, and even more so you're gonna realize that you've got all the resources you need in order to actually do this. And even more so, somebody in your life, somebody very precious to you, somebody really important to you, somebody really significant to you, it's actually going to answer your question without you even asking them. So someone whom you are like completely like, oh my God, like really strongly connected, it's just gonna like show this connection even deeper, because that particular person is gonna like kind of tell you something, and they're gonna point like, oh my God, you know what, you should actually do this. And you're gonna be like, do you know what, like I can't believe you're saying this, like this is what my week started like, and this and that, and this is all gonna kind of contribute even more towards you being even further, like even more confident about your own power. What I really like about this, my gorgeous Scorpioni, it's how enthusiastic you're going to become, how optimistic. I know it's difficult for you, my gorgeous Scorpioni. No, I'm joking. My ascendant is Scorpioni, so I'm just joking. I'm allowed to say this. But you are going to become, sorry, you're going to become like so confident about yourself. But what I really like here is this enthusiasm. My God, this enthusiasm that you're going to suddenly feel about your life, about yourself, about your future. It's all going to come from you suddenly feeling a very strong connection with yourself again, or shall I say reconnection, which is immediately going to point towards those things that you forgot about, that means to you so much, but they are the necessary and relevant part of your life. It's to do with your future. It's to do with things that you're planning. It's to do with things that you're living for. It's to do with things that are keeping us alive. It's to do with things that are motivating us. It's to do with things that are extremely like closely connected to our soul or our spirit. So this is important. So my gorgeous Scorpion is just this enthusiasm that you have suddenly going to start feeling about your future. It's like, oh my God, this optimism, enthusiasm. You're gonna feel really excited. You're gonna feel really good. You're gonna feel like brilliant, but then at the same time you're gonna be in this mode like, I'm gonna investigate this, I'm gonna find out this, I'm gonna like kind of like explore this. You know, there is so much that is going to be as well on your mind in terms of the ideas and realization. How much do you want to explore not only yourself, do you know what I mean, but how much do you want to explore when it comes to like, you know, your life, when it comes to your future. There is so much more to this life than what we are kind of seeing at the moment. But when you reach such a deep soul stages of your spiritual journey, this is going to be something really special. And this is also going to kind of like almost immediately remind you of how things used to be in your life when you were extremely happy. I'm not saying that you're sad, I'm not saying that you're miserable, please don't get me wrong, but this is all going to point towards the fact that you have been way too restricted for such a long time. So now it's time to come out of this restriction. And even more so, let me just tell you, like when we feel restricted, it's like pretty much so when we are keep on doing certain things in this life, on this spiritual journey that we have to do for the sake of living. You have to do this, you have to work, you have to make money and things like that. That's fine, but we must not allow this to kind of let us to lose ourselves with all this, because sometimes the whole life goes and people are like, oh well, I'm just doing this because I have to. No baby, no, this is something that is making you feel so excited about yourself, about your future, and this should be like a really great sign in itself, an indication. What do you need to do? And even more so, my gorgeous Scorpione, let me tell you something even more so. Let me tell you this. Look, when I say that there is going to be an opportunity to transform a particular idea and goal into the actual reality, it's not only about the optimism that you're going to feel, it's not only about this vibration, but ultimately this is going to bring you one of the greatest recognitions, one of the greatest success in your life. It's going to come through this, so you need to follow this through. Okay, this is going to bring you a victory, this is going to bring you a recognition, this is going to bring you one of the biggest achievements of your life. Why? Because you were able to recognize those things that you should be giving the most priority to at this stage in your life, and this can only be something to do with your soul purpose. Okay, so you are almost immediately going to become also aware of the relevant adjustments that you are going to need to make. But those relevant adjustments that you need to make, you don't need to rush with them whatsoever. You can just like let things to happen naturally. So with other words, just go one step at a time. Put this as a priority, as number one, and see what makes you feel so excited and enthusiastic about your future. It's going to make you feel so powerful that you're literally going to feel elevated. Your wings are going to grow, like literally, this is how powerful you're going to feel. And this is what the actual vibration of healing and ascending onto the next level of your life, it's actually going to do. And also there is a male stronger, there is a very male person, very male person. Okay, there is very male person, yeah, all right, whatever. There is like a kind of very powerful male person here, very strong in character, an older male person, very powerful, very different in so many different ways. This is somebody in your life, an older male person. And even if that person is not older when it comes to their age, perhaps it's somebody who's younger, but their spirit is just extremely old. So they just give this vibration of energy of somebody who's acting like, oh my God, like so beyond their age. This is to do with old spirits in our lives who are giving us this information at the age of 11 or 12 or something. They give us the certain information, and it's like, where are you coming from with this? Where did you learn this? Where did you find out this? How do you know this, about that? Like people who come up with this like kind of like a very powerful things at such an early age, they're normally shown as like a very old spirits, and they do have so much experience that they can't even explain and understand themselves. So it all kind of turns out to be like a really great knowledge that they shower us with at the time in our lives when we kind of like can do with it, in the best possible way. So it's either a younger person like a very old spirit, or it's an older person who is like a rather powerful person indeed. So this particular person, there is something so stubborn about this person. This is a stubborn person. Doesn't mean that it's a bad person who is a stubborn person, nothing to do with like what a person is like, in fact it's good to be stubborn sometimes, but I'm just trying to help you to understand who this person is. So this person is actually you are going to get advice from this person, through this person, from this person, and mind-blowing advice, which is going to put your mind to rest, because it's going to make your mind really strong. And through this person, you're also going to understand which truth do you need to kind of seek further at this stage in your life. Through this person, you're going to gain a clarity, especially when it comes to like understanding that what you you're doing right now, it's really, really wise. You're gonna get a wise advice from that person, but you're also going to understand that what you're doing right now, this process is mind-blowingly wise indeed. So it's all going to be kind of like you borrowing a little bit of energy from that person as well, because you're going to be thinking what that person would do in that particular situation when you stumble upon a little problem, a little challenge. And then you're just going to remember as well at the same time, well, I need to put my foot down, I need to be smart, I need to be a leader. It's to do with the smart leadership. But being a smart leader, you take over your life, you put your foot down, you recenter yourself, you ground yourself, and you prepare yourself for the next stage of your spiritual journey, my gorgeous Scorpione, okay? Spiritual mama. This is important. For the next stage of your spiritual mama, you need to prepare yourself for this, because this is going to be big, okay? And for many of you, you like, this is going to be like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this for absolute ages. You will see what I mean. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpione, it's like basically now what I want you to understand here, it's that, you know, the process of change is slowly but surely starting here. And that in itself means that, you know, you are really going to, you know, you're going to get an important message from someone. And the message from someone that you're going to get, it's going to involve someone else. Okay, sorry. So you're going to get a message from someone, and that message from someone that you're going to get, it's going to involve someone else. And this is going to surprise you. Someone is going to throw you out of balance. Something is really going to create a shaky momenty with what you're going to hear. But what are you going to hear? It's really going to surprise you, throw you out of balance just a little bit, but at the same time, it's going to make you aware of how precious this life is, okay? And it's going to make you aware of how fast life goes, and it's going to make you aware of the importance of important people in your life. But it's also going to make you aware of an importance of like living your life, living your dreams, making the most of it, and most importantly, following your spirit and following your soul by following your passion and making the most of it in this life. This is something that you are going to gain out of it. This is going to be very deep, very emotional, you're going to feel, but at the same time, it's really going to put you in the place in your life where you've never been before, in the best possible way. And this in itself, it's really kind of, you know what, oh my God, this is my sign. I understand exactly what do I need to do. I need to make the necessary move. I need to make the necessary step. This is to do with you doing something, being really brave about something, making the necessary move, which I can call like a bold move, but it's more about you also at the same time understanding that you must not like kind of on one hand, you're also going to understand not to be resistant to change. Okay, this is what you need to accept. So when you become aware of this bold move that you need to make, you're still going to be a little bit cliquey, you know. And then at the same time, in order to go further with your life, you just gonna need to accept the fact that on one hand, you must not be resistant to change, okay? And then on another hand, you know, you're gonna need to improve certain skill as well, okay? So this is what you need to remember. So when you become aware of the bold move and bold step that you need to make, at the same time, you're not going to be able to do this until you accept the fact that you must not be resistant to change. And number two is like basically you need to improve certain skill as well. By the time you get to the last part of this week, this is like an absolutely giant mama. This is like huge here. my gorgeous Scorpione, this week is like, oh my God. The end of the week, you've been very, very patient. You've been waiting for this for a long time, and your patience is about to be rewarded, because with the message that you are going to have and what you're going to become aware of, it's really going to surprise you, like a little success where you thought that there is not going to be success in your life whatsoever, and in fact where you thought that you've just been wasting your time with something and you've put so much energy towards it and nothing came out of it. So this is a big mama surprise that I'm talking about. So this in itself, it's going to be very strong sign and indication here when it comes to you knowing what you actually learn out of this situation, especially in terms of timing, the power of being patient and the power of being optimistic and the power of sticking to the certain plan as well, what is actually going to do. But at the same time, when you become aware of this like kind of very good message, this in itself is going to give you a realization was with everything that was on your mind. This is going to give you clear indication how long it's something going to take. You will know what I mean, but it's also going to give you bring you a completely different perspective now. This is going to start changing things, and it couldn't have happened at a better time, because it's going to provide you and give you the power to have a different perspective on things, especially when it comes to you making a difficult choice, or what you thought so far that it would have been a difficult choice. And this difficult choice is consisting of you like just be 100% honest with yourself and leaving like certain things behind, wanting to move on with your life. Why are you not doing it? Now it's time. You're going to find yourself on the spiritual quest, and that in itself is going to give you more power to move on with your life. This in itself, it's like seriously going to change your life forever, because in exactly 7 months time your life is going to be completely different. You can calculate, you can write it down in a diary, you can see exactly what I mean, the mind-blowing correlation later on with what you took on right now, because you trusted yourself, you've put yourself as a number one. This is going to bring you the life of luxury and the life of things that you haven't got now. Whatever that is, there is so much that you're going to be able to enjoy later on, not only materialistically, but also when it comes to you reaching an absolutely mind-blowing destination on your spiritual journey. Okay, so now my gorgeous Scorpione, I'm just going to shuffle these oracle cards, and I'm just going to see what is going to be oracle card of the week. The one that fell down, but 3 fell down, but the one that was at the bottom was the truth. You're going to find out the truth about yourself, that's for sure. Okay, and your truth is going to shake you up, and it's going to make you aware of like what exactly do you need to do. And also the patience, your patience is about to be rewarded. It's just incredible. It's incredible the way they speak to me, these oracle cards. I was just talking to you about patience and things like that. Your patience is going to be rewarded. And look at this, the patience. Baby patience, baby patience, baby patience, baby patience, baby patience, baby patience. Your patience is about to be rewarded, my gorgeous Scorpione. This is again, look, this is just like basically to like really make you aware of how big this is actually going to be. Your patience, it's about to be rewarded. And at the same time, you know, let me tell you something as well, something really weird, but someone in your life is going to act in a very strange way, really weird way, completely out of the blue. And you're not going to understand why that person is acting like this. They need your help. By someone acting very strange and very unusual in your life, I'm talking about someone who means to you so much. They need a little bit of your love. They need a little bit of your healing energy. They need a little bit of your healing vibration, okay? Because you will understand something else about that specific person. And you will also understand that you're the only one who can understand them and who can actually help them. This, my gorgeous Scorpione, is gonna get back to you 10 million times more karmically. You will see exactly what I mean. So you are really going to need to be compassionate towards someone, and even more so, like, that person is gonna act in a really weird way, and I hope that they're not gonna like come out abruptly towards you or anything like that. Just remember, do not take anything personal. There is some kind of underlying problem going on over there, but you are the only one who can help them. So please just go for it. Okay, it's gonna get back to you. I know you're not doing it just, oh yeah, it's gonna get back to you, but karmically this is gonna be like big. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpione, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.